It's been over 8 years since I stopped racing professionally. A lot's changed in that time, but I'm back at one of my first ever races and I'm ready to go full send. There's some pretty fast-looking guys here. Sorry, man.
It's March, which means there is very little in the way of triathlon racing here in the UK at this time of year. So, like many, I found myself doing duathlons. And I'm going to say it, I think they're harder than triathlons. You run flat out, you jump onto your bike, you ride as hard as you can, you jump off, your legs are screaming, and then you run flat out again. I'm kind of putting myself off this now. But no, jokes aside, these are a fantastic way into triathlon. I mean, a lot of people are put off of triathlons due to the swim, the anxiety around that. So these are a really good introduction to the sport. Now, this is an absolutely cracking event. It's run by DB Max on the closed circuit of Castle Combe. In fact, today's race is draft legal, meaning that the first run really counts to make a good bike group. As also the GB Age Group World Duathlon qualifier for 2026, meaning there's some absolute hitters here, and I'm really not ready. Feeling pretty nervous now. I thought this was a great idea a few months ago. Not feeling ready in the slightest. And I know the first run is going to be absolutely on. Right, I'm almost set. Hoping some muscle memory kicks in. Probably time to go and get a little warm up. We're off. Now, given my track record of pacing, I started a little further back. But now the red mist has descended, I'm having regrets. I want to get into a good bike pack, so it's time to get moving. Okay, maybe this is a little too hot, Mark. What am I doing? I definitely should have started closer to the front. Woohoo! GTN represents. Right, time to put a little surge in and latch onto the back of these three chaps ahead and get some draft. But I should probably chill the pace pretty soon. Now, coming up to the first turn point now, and you can see the speedy youngsters going the other way. Oh, and that's my friend there that I said I would work with on the bike. Come on, Andy, get a move on. Superb drafting, Mark. Nice. It's still early days, but the starting pace hasn't caught up with me yet, and I'm feeling surprisingly good. And we're reeling in some of the whippersnappers that went off too fast.
Get rid of these guys behind.
Gah, what am I doing? Chill out, Mark. So I decided to make a tactical move to drop some of the guys sitting on our heels. Really, what am I doing? Right, there he is. Let's reel him in, then sit in and chill. Oh no, here we go. What a mark. That's not what we planned. But I can see the lead group ahead. I'm properly in the race. This is so much fun. Right, it's starting to bite a little now, so I'm finally going to be smart and sit in a little. We've still got a flat out bike and run to come. Now, the group ahead aren't actually putting that much time into us either, so hopefully we can hit the start of the bike hard whilst they're still faffing about.
Come on!
Woohoo! Here we go. I'm a little rusty at this, but my feet are in, and, well, I might be a little early to call this, but I feel bloody amazing. So, Andy is nowhere to be found, but I did hope to work with my new mate, Sam, but it seems I've rather rudely dropped him too, so it's time to put a big effort in and get myself up to the group in front.
Come on! Come on! He's got me turning it over! Turn it over!
Woo! Let's sit in and recover for a couple of turns. All right, legs are feeling good. Let's go. One lap down, We're now joining the lapped athletes on course, but it's a super wide track, so we can easily navigate them. It just makes it harder to see the athletes we're chasing ahead. Oh, I'm loving being back in the mix with these guys. I found a good comrade in Peter Mitchell, and we started getting this group working really well together. Right, we're catching a couple of the young whippersnappers who, let's face it, are going to beat me on the second run. So I decided to hit the pass pretty hard to hurt their legs and make it hard to get on. We finally caught the fastest runner from the first leg, but there are still 2 guys up the road. Call me a bully, but we've got to keep the group working. Nobody gets a free ride, and if I'm honest, I would quite like to tire their legs out. Okay, I feel a little mean doing this, but as the young lad pulls off, I hit him with a semi-hard effort, so he struggles to get back on. It turns out I didn't manage to actually drop him, but we did shell one other person from the group, so that's one less person for me to contend with later. I did have to do a little policing mid-race. Some eager lapped riders decided to latch onto our group, which technically they're not meant to do. I did try to tell them, but they were clearly having too much fun. But when that young lad, yeah, the same lad that I've been picking on, pulls off and ends up stuck behind them, and make it known that they're ruining his race. Unfortunately, the lad gets back in and the lap riders finally get the message. Woo, this is it. Time to get my feet out for final surge to hit T2 in the lead. I might as well give myself as best chance as I can.
Galore.
So, numpty here, forgot to hit record heading out of T2. So you don't have any run footage, I'm very sorry. But actually, if you told me the race is over after the bike, I would have been so stoked with my day out. I absolutely accomplished everything I wanted, had such a fun time. But actually, the run went really well at the end. I struggled a bit heading out of T2. I had cramps galore all over my legs, hobbled my way through the first K, found my rhythm and managed to average something around 325-ish per kilometre for that final 3K. So pretty chuffed with that. I hung on to 6th place overall, and I think I was first in my age group, which now qualifies me for the Age Group World Duathlon Sprint Distance Champs in 2026. Which I wasn't really expecting. I kind of just came into this thinking, I just really want to get involved in racing again, and I had an absolute blast. It was so much fun being stuck back in it, and with some really speedy guys. We had some kind of academy guys that are on sort of the world-class development program and stuff like that. So really cool to be in the mix with them and have a lot of fun with them. And you know what? I've got the bug. I'm now looking at the sprint distance World Championship qualifier, the European Championship. I love it. So much fun. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of new format, POV style racing. If you want to see more of that sort of stuff, let us know in the comment section down below. And more importantly, which races you would like to see us at. I mean, I'm already eager to have a look. See you next time.